Hey, welcome to Mayhem News Live Wrestling broadcast for the 30th of July. And got a big show today. Big show. A lot of headlines. Found out some stuff today. Jake the Snake Roberts, as you know, has been on the road to recovery in his battle against alcoholism and drug addiction. He landed a role as Jed in Heavy Water. It's an independent film directed by Andrew Donahue. Part of his, it's kind of part of his comeback. He's been working with DDP and, using DDP yoga and, eating right, trying to keep right, keeping up with how many days he's been without any kind of drugs, and he's keeping up with separate ones. He just has so many days without alcohol, so many days without cocaine, so many days without this, so many days without that. They have it very organized, and got to give it to him. Anybody that's went through that has fought back and got to the point where they can go that long without it. It's just like Goldust's book. He come out of he basically states he come out of the darkness, and we got to give it to those guys that have fought and got back their life, and good going, Jake the Snake Roberts. Good going. It's good to see. All right, I watched the premiere of Totally Divas. My take on the show is positive, okay, to a certain extent, mostly. I do feel that the cast is a good one, but wish them, like many fans do, and this is from Twitter and Facebook, that it would have been around when Lita and Trish Stratus and all these other, divas that everybody liked was around. The fact that, it would have been a lot better. Okay, and here's the big question for this show. We always have a big question. If the Bellas are not continuing their shallow characters from Raw, and this is the way they are in real life, now I kind of doubt that. I hope I doubt it, because I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Because you can obviously tell that the show is done similar to other WWE products. Other than a few of them on the show, the Bellas are following the way their characters are. Now, if they are this way, I feel sorry for them. I really do. And they're respectful boyfriends as well, because it just seems like, I know I read a story, right, this was right before they left. This was about 3 months before they left the last time. They actually told Vince McMahon if they weren't going to get any more TV time, they were going to leave. Now, I'm going to be honest for a minute. There are people in the WWE, there are females wrestlers in the WWE that actually know how to wrestle. They don't just go out there and run back and forth between the ropes and kind of lay their arm over the rope and then bounce off. We'll talk about that in a minute. Got another topic coming up. But anyway, and I'm not saying that the Bellas can't wrestle. They do bounce off the ropes, right? The fact is I noticed last night that both Nikki and Brie have basically a 5 moveset. And it shows when they're wrestling with someone who I've seen do more moves, say Caitlyn or AJ, or some people that actually have some wrestling skill. It actually shows. Now, you say, well, everybody says Cena has the 5 moves of doom. Well, we all know who trains Cena, okay? We all know that he wrestles and he can actually do more moves than he does on TV. But Nikki and Nikki and Brie are not, I don't know why I said Brie. Maybe some cheese is talking about. Anyway, Nikki and Bella, the Bella Twins are not John Cena. They are not John Cena. And basically as a fan, and this is not just me, this is other fans that I know, talk to, and we've gotten emails about, okay, we're pretty much fed up to here. We've gotten almost an overdose of the Bella Twins, and like we'll get to Raw here in a minute, okay? But we're fed up with the Bella Twins, and with the exceptions of Natalya and the Funkadactyls, which their characters on this show actually seems pure. There's real dilemma between the Funkadactyls and, one of them's boyfriend, and, it just seems, of course, it's only the first show, but frankly, with the Bella Twins come on, I'm sorry, it's just a reason to have a bathroom break. What you looking for?
30 minutes away.
There was none. There is no more.
I was going to believe it. It's like every time that other twin.
Are you making hamburger bands? Just look, roll them up like this, and just mash them down. That's what I've been doing. I haven't been using that thing. Anyway, but it's just we're fed up. We want to see people like Natalya, and and there's been a lot of rumors from other people saying that the Bellas have actually blocked people. Now, you know how we treat rumors here, okay? Rumors are like wet toilet paper. They really have no sense. There's no WWE hasn't said anything about it, so rumors are like, but if they are blocking other divas, it's only hurting the division. You can't take AJ and Caitlyn and the Bellas and make a Divas division. You're going to have more people in it. And there's a lot of people told me that if they didn't dislike the Bella Twins before, they really do now. They really do. And, and the fact that they're using the Bellas to promote the show, and you only see glimpses of the other people that's on it. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking, and of course, E's got something to do with that too. But, okay. WWE, and I'm gonna go ask. They actually ask the fans, like they're actually going to listen to us to a certain extent. They are, but they're really not going to listen to us. Anyway, what diva we wanted back? Now, this is the first time I've heard about this. Okay, so I didn't even know and couldn't vote. So I don't know when this came out. There was no date on it. It just said that the WWE asked. Okay. Kelly received 23% of the votes. She is at the top. And to quote The Miz, really? Kelly? Did you check the ages of the voters? Because I'm pretty sure 90% of them were prepubescent teen boys who wanted to see some eye candy on TV. She's got a web page, fellas. Go look at the web page. If you want to see wrestlers, Kelly is not one of them. She can't bounce off the ropes for crap. If she was on Tough Enough now, she wouldn't even be a diva. If she were to go through Next right now, she wouldn't make the cut. She'd be the first to go. I don't care how pretty she is. She really doesn't have any mic skills. Because you don't really hear her talk. She's got this big smile and this mantra-looking hair and good looks and everything. Okay. I really want to see the results because now, to me, Kelly is the female version of Lesnar. She can't really do a promo, okay? And she can't really wrestle. At least Lesnar can actually wrestle. He can actually wrestle. This girl can't even bounce off the ropes right and make it even look convincing that she's a wrestler. You know, I mean, trust me, I don't have anything against her personally, because frankly I don't know her. I'm telling you what I've seen in the last 10 years from Kelly Kelly doesn't deserve 23% of the vote. What did you have? 23 people vote? I mean, what is this? Okay, moving on. Alright. Here's the rest of the votes, okay? Lita got 17%. Trish Stratus got 13%. Eve got 11%. Melina got 8%. And Big Dog's going to be kind of upset about that anyway. Beth Phoenix. Now this is the shocker. Beth Phoenix got 6%. You're going to vote Kelly Kelly over Beth Phoenix? Really? I mean, her and Karma and Natalia.
That's because they're convinced that everybody wants, all the guys want these little skinny.
Well, these little kids, they need to quit listening to these little kids, okay? Just like I think Cena needs to have some kind of heel turn again, they need to quit listening to the little kids that are buying the t-shirts. I mean, that's not what everything's about. Of course, you know, as Vince always said, it's all about the money. But, you know, it's the fact that, okay, we're going to move on. Victoria got 6%. Hell, Victoria should be there. So should Beth Phoenix. If some of these people they have on this list, hell, even Tori Wilson can wrestle better than Kelly Kelly. And Maxine. When is Maxine got 2%? When has she been irrelevant? When has she been relevant? I had to be honest with you. I had to think a minute. Okay, who is that? Then I thought about, oh, I know who she is. Okay. She's better than Kelly Kelly. Oh, okay. Got some stuff up on the on DX going into the Hall of Fame. Apparently, now this is all just mentioned. Okay, there's been nothing official. So until there's anything official, it's still a rumor. But there's enough of it there to me to say something about it. Alright, apparently DX will be inducted into the Hall of Fame as a group. Okay? Which means you could have some double Hall of Famers sometime down the road. Because you got Triple H, you've got, which you know he's going to go in by himself anyway. You've got X-Pac. You've got Billy Gunn. You've got Road Dogg. Okay? So you got all these people that can actually go into the Hall of Fame by themselves. So there's 4 more that could have dual Hall of Famership, you know, which that'll probably make Ric Flair feel even worse, you know, anyway. But now here's the controversy, and really not really controversy. We've all heard about, you know, that China has actually been talking to Connecticut and talking to Vince McMahon and WWE. She's kind of chilled out on her Twitter account, actually using her brain a little bit. And so from what we hear now, like I said, just rumor, just stuff, but there is enough stuff listed that there's enough stuff listed that it you know, you got to mention it, that she will be in China, will be invited to join DX, and to be rightfully so. DX would not have been as popular, not have been as successful, not popular, successful, if China had not been interfering in matches and making her presence known. Okay, she was the only female Intercontinental Champion. Okay, so and the only female King of the Ring. So, I mean, to give her props, you know, she deserves to be there. Now that she's, you know, cleared her head, you know, but like I said, there's no official announcement. So, you know, we're just going to have to wait and see. WWE announces October pay-per-view name, WWE Battleground. Many are hoping, as am I, that it resembles the old WWE pay-per-view War Games with the same type of reward as like the Royal Rumble or King of the Ring, where they actually, if they win at War Games, they actually get to go on to face a championship. It could also be similar to a Money in the Bank. Former WWE and TNA star has come, this is Shannon Moore, has sent some advice for TNA by his Twitter account while answering questions from his followers. He says TNA needs a household name stars. He said that TNA's homegrown talent is being wasted without being elevated by top name stars. He's got a point. Okay, ROH news. The ROH Heavyweight Championship Tournament as of July 29, 2013. So far between Briscoe and Cole. Cole has went on to the second level. Jay Lethal beat Sanjay Dutt, which probably means that's why Sanjay is on TNA. We have not had any more battles so far except Anderson beat ACH. I've set this stuff up to record now, so I'll actually be able to keep up and do a little more. But so far, that is all. We've had 3 people move on to the second tier, and we're waiting. As when they update some more, I'll give some more information. Jim Cornette did do an interview with Raja.com on the July 21st. He blames Vince Russo for labeling him with 80s style booker when asked a question, of people criticizing him for being an 80s style booker, and stated he always looked and utilized younger talent more than anyone in the last 10 years. He says he lost his passion for the business while working for ROH, that he wants wrestling to be taken seriously instead of being a parody of the real thing, and he could not continue with his passion gone. Makes sense. On some indie notes, indie wrestler has filed a complaint of discrimination against TNA regarding an incident during a gut check challenge. The indie wrestler has remained anonymous due to concerns it would affect their career. The EEOC complaint, now this is an official complaint, this isn't just him popping, whoever it is popping off, was filed in April with no response from TNA. They have talked to some of the people though, but haven't got a response from everybody. We believe that the TNA gut check is whack, and that's a hashtag, people. I've seen people on their TV show that the ones that should have went on did get picked, and the ones that got picked, weren't great, and you hadn't seen them again, or they've been released. And if we're letting people go, why are we still having a gut check? Why? If you're letting people go, including some of the gut check people, because of your budget, why are you still having a gut check? Makes sense. Anyway, I just don't know. It makes me wonder about the legitimacy of the contest, of the tryout through gut check. So Jesse Sorensen had his first indie appearance. He appeared Saturday, the 27th at Florida Underground Pro Wrestling. I didn't get any results or nothing. All they had was that he had appeared. There's been a big question. Could Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, the one that won the April gut check, be behind the August 1 warnings YouTube video? The wrestler hinted via Twitter with this message. By the way, how many days till hashtag August the 1st? Possible. I would have think that it would actually have been more interesting if Chance Profit would have done it. But anyway, moving right along, that's just me. Raw was a great show. I enjoyed Raw. It was it was one of the best in at least the last 3 months. Daniel Bryan and Vince McMahon's interaction was funny as hell. Triple H and Stephanie and him actually made it, I'm not really sure how I feel about this corporating up of Daniel Bryan, and it kind of makes you wonder if maybe they're not trying to bring back the corporate side of the, I don't know. I just don't know. Mark Henry and the Usos, man, let me tell you, if they don't bring back the triple, Mark Henry and the Usos would be the perfect reason to bring back the 6-man tag titles. I don't think I know people are like, oh, we don't need that, but I think it would be great because they are rolling, and I think the Shield might have some interesting things. Now, as far as the Wyatts and Kane, there was a question brought by at the Fake Sting. If you don't know who that is, follow him on Twitter. He's got some good insight. He mentioned last night. Could the Undertaker be behind the Wyatts? And I really didn't think about it until Bray Wyatt got down and held Kane's head in his hand. Says you really need to be careful who you say stuff like that in front of, because you never know who's listening. And I mean, it would make sense. It really would. Because there's been this big talk, these little hints of people talking about Kane screwing the... Probably not. People have been talking about maybe Kane screwing the Undertaker out of the streak. And what better way to set him up? And then there's another thing. It kind of seems to me that Bray Wyatt and them are trying to get Kane's attention, and not just in the fact that they're beating him down, but the fact that they're actually maybe trying to get him to join the family, not as far as being some, to quote Captain Ear, some brainwashed thing, but to actually get him to revert back to his true monster self, and to learn from them as far as, now there's a lot of people, and I truly just want to walk into the audience and kick the guy yelling out Husky Harris during the Wyatt. The Wyatts is probably the best thing that's happened to the WWE. It's one of the best backstories, and I think they're going to end up being facing up against the Shield. They're going to be the big heel again, and they're going to grow, and then the Shield is going to have to go up with them, and I think that's just the way it's going to happen. I don't know. We could have two big factions, heel factions, but usually it doesn't happen very long. So we just need to see what's going to happen. Okay. All right. But Raw was great. It really was. The Cena and Ryback tables match, I'll be honest, they put on a pretty good show. And one of the quotes on Twitter last night was, there were several of them that was pretty funny, when they were holding the staircases for both sides of the ring. They were like, my staircase is bigger than yours. And then somebody said, oh, it's a staring contest. Let's see who blinks first. It was pretty good. I actually think when Ryback stopped himself from going through the table on his own momentum, I think that's how they should have ended the match. I don't think John should have done the attitude adjustment. I think maybe he should have just run through and just sat there and looked at, Ryback and laughed. I don't know why they're pushing this bully thing with Ryback. It's kind of counterproductive, but anyway. All right, we're going to move on. Had a lot to cover today. I kind of just hit tops of the Raw. I didn't go into every match. The thing between AJ Lee and Ziggler, I still think they're going to team up Ziggler and Caitlyn. I really do. I think it's going to happen. Anyway. But sponsor stuff, Zach Pack Promotions on Facebook, www.zachpackpromotions.com, and at ZPack Promotions on Twitter. They are a nonprofit organization right now. They're working on a big show in November. It is November the 16th and the 17th in Katy, Texas, at the VW Center. What it is basically is they're raising money to donate to help out autism. You can have lunch with the stars. Now, we've having some stars whose slots are filling up. Okay, I know Goldust is sold out. There's no more lunches, with Goldust. But you've got Gene Snitsky, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Joey Image, Sergeant Slaughter, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Honky Tonk Man, and of course Dustin Runnels, or A.K. Goldust. But now he's sold out, and there's much more. There's all kind of stars going to be there, and they're doing a lot of stuff. We're having a co-promotion as well. My wife's fightdisabilityslurs.wordpress.com, and that's at let's see here. We're basically fighting disability, racial, LBT, gay, and slurs of any kind. She is actually crocheting some Bustin' for Autism hats. They're basically skull caps. They're crocheted. Trust me, being in Wisconsin for the first time in winter compared to Mississippi, it was very nice to have one of those hats on my head. It kept me very warm in my ears. And since I try to keep my hair, so long and flowy. Anyway, but we really she's going to be doing those hats. They will be for sale, and everything's going to go. That's going to benefit that. And then let's see here. Our next one is, you can also follow Fight Disability Slurs on Facebook as well. Throttle, I want to thank Throttle for the use of our new theme, New Blood. That was what you heard right when we started the show. And I really appreciate Fiddler Throttle and the band for allowing us to use their song. I was kind of in a bind looking for one, and I got to thinking, hey, I know where I can go. I'll call and talk to this guy and see what we can do, and he come through. All of their singles and albums are available on iTunes, and I'm gonna be honest, they're not really high. They're at a good price, and they do have a new album out. Like I said last week and the week before, it's called Razor Wire Finish Line. It has not come out yet. As soon as it does come out, we do have some stuff that we're going to be doing with the band. We're going to be giving away some stuff. So as soon as they can get all of their information and get all the stuff that they need. Also, September, the first week in September, if everything goes right, we will be going back live. We are going to be going. It'll be me and Miss Stacy Lynn. And after we go back live, we will be pursuing a new co-host to help me and Miss Stacy Lynn out. You'll notice there's only two of us. So we're going to move on to get a new co-host. And during September, you can email us at mayhemnewslive@gmail.com. You can give me your Twitter account or your Facebook. I'll talk to you. We'll do some test runs, and I'll talk to you about what we do. But I appreciate everyone that's watching. We're almost up to 800 views. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. It would be nice if we had 800 subscribers. So, it's only going to get better. We're only using this format right now because my computer is messed up. So I'm just going to buy another one in September. So that way I don't have to worry about using somebody else's stuff. So but just keep us informed. Keep us in mind, and you can follow us also on Facebook. You can go to Mayhem News Live. You can search us on Facebook just like that. Also at Mayhem News Live, or you can follow me at TMIBLIVES. That's all caps on Twitter, and you'll see all of the updates for the show. We are here Tuesdays and Saturdays by 5 o'clock right now. And as I said, in September, the show will actually air at 5 o'clock. Now all I do is update the show before 5 o'clock and upload it to, YouTube. But just keep us in mind, and I'm going to let Throttle take us out. Thank you. This has been Mayhem News Live Wrestling Broadcast. We're out.